Strap in, folks, for a wild ride at Atlanta Motor Speedway that had everyone on the edge of their seats. We're diving into the heart-stopping, adrenaline-pumping photo finish between racing titans that left fans and drivers alike absolutely floored. From the roar of the engines to the split-second victory, this race was a testament to the sheer unpredictability and thrill of motorsports. Stay tuned to NASCAR Zone as we break down the epic showdown, the reactions that lit up social media, and what this means for the rest of the season. But before we get into that, hit that subscribe button. The Atlanta Motor Speedway race on February the 25th of 2024 was nothing short of electrifying. Picture cars roaring down the track, with drivers pushing their limits for the win. This race was a standout for its nail-biting finish. As they zoomed toward the checkered flag, the crowd was on its feet, and so were we, glued to our screens. The showdown to the finish line was so close it had everyone buzzing about the incredible skill and split-second decisions that define the thrill of racing. This wasn't just another race, it was a spectacle that reminded us of why we love this sport. So let's dive into those final heart-stopping moments of the race, shall we? It was all coming down to the wire, with Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch tearing up the track, side by side, engines screaming for victory. These two weren't just racing, they were putting on a masterclass in precision and guts. As the laps dwindled down, the tension was through the roof. Blaney's got this smooth style, right? But Kyle, oh man, Kyle was like a shark smelling blood, focused, determined, and not giving an inch. Coming into that last stretch, it was anybody's game. And then boom, the finish line was there, and it was so close you couldn't tell who clinched it. Was it Blaney with his cool under-pressure vibe, or did Kyle, with his never-say-die attitude, snatch the victory? The crowd went wild, and so did everyone watching. That photo finish, pure adrenaline, a snapshot that'll be talked about for ages, showing just how epic this sport can be. Kyle Busch, man, where do we even start with this guy? Throughout the race, he was on fire, showcasing that blend of skill and sheer willpower he's famous for. From the get-go, Kyle was all about making bold moves and navigating through the pack with the kind of finesse that makes you think, yep, that's Kyle for you. He wasn't just racing, he was putting on a show, proving yet again why he's one of the best in the business. Now, leading up to those final moments, Kyle was in the zone, eyes on the prize. You could see him dialing up the intensity lap after lap, inching closer to that top spot. It wasn't just about speed, it was about strategy, timing, and a whole lot of guts. And then came the photo finish. Talk about a heart stopper, right? Kyle's reaction was everything you'd expect from a competitor of his caliber. There was that initial rush of adrenaline, the quick glance to see who won, and then a mix of emotions. Whether he won or lost, you could see the respect he had for the competition, the love for the sport, and maybe a hint of, hey, let's do that again.
Overall, just real proud of everybody at RCR, ECR, and our Cheddar's Camaro was fast, so it's good to see Daniel get a win. I mean, we were helping each other, being Chevy team partners and working together there. So shows that when you do have friends and you can make alliances, that they do seem to work, and that was a good part of today. But
all right, let's talk about the vibe from the other drivers after that insane finish. Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Bubba Wallace were right in the thick of it, each bringing their own flair to the race. But before we continue, kindly make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for each and every update. Ryan Blaney was like, wow, what a finish. He's always been as cool as a cucumber, but even he couldn't hide his excitement. He talked about the race with a mix of respect and a hint of I'll get him next time, which is classic Blaney.
What a cool finish. Appreciate the fans for sticking around. That's a lot of fun, and that's always a good time when we can do that. Race clean, 3-wide finish to the end. So happy for Daniel. That was cool to see. Fun racing with Kyle. And
Austin Cindric was pumped, talking about how races like these are what drivers live for.
Must have looked as cool as it felt. I mean, you don't get runs like that too often and be able to take them and do something with them, but I was pretty confident I was going to get clear before the corner and stay above the double white line. But yeah, it was cool. The car was fast enough to stay out front, and just really proud of the effort. Fun to lead laps, win a stage. Real shame Ryan was in a really tough spot there at the end of the race to try and hold those runs off, and yeah, I wish I was there to maybe help him out a little better.
Bubba Wallace, on the other hand, was all smiles, emphasizing the fun and the camaraderie among the drivers. Comparing their reactions, there's a common thread of respect, thrill, and a hunger for more. Each driver, including Kyle, showcases a unique blend of competitiveness and appreciation for the sport and its challenges. While Kyle's reaction was a mix of intensity and readiness for the next challenge, the others balanced their competitive spirits with reflections on the race's excitement and the camaraderie among competitors. It's this mix of fierce competition and mutual respect that makes racing such a captivating sport. So after that wild ride in Atlanta, the standings got a nice shakeup, making the season even more interesting, if you can believe it. For Kyle Busch and the gang, every race is a chance to climb higher, and this one was no exception. Kyle, with his never-back-down attitude, likely scooped up some valuable points, keeping him right in the thick of the title chase. This is huge because, as we all know, Kyle's not just in it for the wins, he's gunning for that championship. Every point matters, and finishes like this can be the difference between lifting the trophy at the end of the season or coming just close. For the other drivers like Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Bubba Wallace, this race was a reminder that every second on the track counts. Oh, let's talk about the madness that erupted on social media after that finish. Fans went absolutely bonkers. You could practically feel the energy buzzing through your phone or computer screen. Memes? Check. Hilarious reactions and GIFs? Double check. The photo finish at Atlanta Speedway was everywhere, trending like wildfire. Fans were throwing in their 2 cents, sharing clips with captions like, "This is why we watch racing," and "Heart rate still not normal." And the memes, the memes were gold. Everything from dramatic reenactments with pets to famous movie scenes edited to depict the intensity of the final moments. This buzz wasn't just about making noise, it showed how moments like these pull everyone closer, creating a shared experience that's rare and special. It's like for that moment, everyone, no matter where they were, was part of the same crazy, adrenaline-fueled family. And let's talk impact. This kind of engagement does wonders for the sport's popularity. It's not just about the race anymore, it's about being a part of something bigger, a community that lives and breathes racing. These viral moments bring in new fans, reignite the passion of longtime followers, and keep the conversations going long after the engines have cooled down. All right, let's wrap this up. That wild finish in Atlanta wasn't just another race in the books. It was a statement. For Kyle Busch and the gang, it was a reminder of the thin line between victory and second place, and how every second, every decision on the track counts. So that's all for this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more NASCAR updates.